Robert Lynn is asking us, should ghillies be tied in the front of the leg, off to the side, or somewhere in between?
Ah, yes, the age-old ghillie brogue lace question. I will preface this by saying, don't write me angry letters. There are multiple ways to tie ghillie brogues. We did a YouTube video on how to tie ghillie brogues, and the way that I tie them here in the shop, and the way that most of the guys here tie them, is basically at the front. You take the two laces, twist them around each other 5 times, 3 times, somewhere in there. Bring it around the back of the leg. I do a half knot, bring it back around the front, do another half knot about that far above the top of the shoe, and then tie your bunny ears, do a double knot, boom, done, out for the day. We've had people tie them on the side of the leg as well. That is just as fine. Ultimately, it is a minor detail, and that is not something that is going to really overly negatively affect the entire outfit. I actually had, on one of our YouTube videos, we had somebody screaming at me saying that, no, ghillie brogues must be tied on the side. How dare you, you dumb Americans, you have no idea what you're doing. And then another Scottish guy jumped on the same thing and said, no, I work in a hire shop in Scotland. Yes, you tie them at the front. We've had people, bark at us for telling people to twist it around 5 times. That is ridiculous. How dare you twist it 5 times? That is far excessive.
Not 5.
No more than 3.
5 is right out.
The other people will twist it 7 times. There's no magic number. It is a minuscule detail that will not overly negatively affect the entire outfit. You want to be comfortable. You want it to work for you. If you have calves that, go down lower on your leg, or you have a hard time keeping them up, then maybe don't do the twisty thing at all. Maybe just do a half knot, bring it around back, do it around front, so it's only that high above the shoe. It's not the end of the world to do things slightly differently. Ultimately, you're tying shoes. It's not much more than that. They're shoes. It's not some sacred ritual that must be observed to the letter, or the heavens will open up and some demon will come out and destroy us all. You're tying your shoes. Not you specifically, but to all the people who comment about this kind of thing, gear down. They're shoes. There's much more important things to be worried about.
Okay, so saith the Rocky.
Exactly. Here endeth the lesson.
I think, there's definitely room for variety with this. I will express my own opinion. I have seen people who tie the knot at the back
now
of
that
the
looks
ankle,
horrible.
and I think that looks kind of stupid. But I've seen lots of people do it at the side. I've seen lots of people do it in the front. Those are really the only 2 variants I'm used to seeing. But
side meaning outside, not inside.
Yes, outside, not inside, which is where your flashes should be. Also, by the way, flashes should not be on the inside. But yeah, it's don't miss the forest for the trees. There's so many details with Highland wear. You're going for an overall gestalt of having the outfit look good, and we are not in the military. This is not military regulations. You are not in the Royal Fusiliers, I don't think. Chances are you're a civilian, probably in the United States if you're watching this, and you're going out for a good evening or to a special event. You want to look generally good, but nobody's going to measure you with a micrometer to make sure that your laces are the proper height. So
exactly 24 millimeters above the lowest knot.
And it's basically, if you're new, try and try to do a good job putting the outfit together. If you've been doing this for a while, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay? You probably look fine. There's always room for improvement, and there's always room for refining your personal style and your take on things as you go. But don't let perfection be the enemy of the good. Okay? Just kind of dovetail on what you're saying here. That's basically, that's what I would say about it.
Yeah,
but not at the back. If it's at the back, then the ghost of William Wallace is going to come down and smite you.
You should be shot.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Yeah. The other thing I'll kind of dovetail a little bit with is if you have these type of questions, join Facebook groups specifically asking about kilts. We have a group called Kilts and Culture. join that group, and I would specify, look, I'm not just looking for a pat on the back and a you look fine. I want a traditional answer. Is this traditional? Should I be doing it this way? And that kind of thing, whether it's your ghillie brogues or any other part of the outfit. You know, from a traditional standpoint, is this generally done or not generally done? Because a lot of times in groups, you're going to get positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Our group, we try to stay a lot more positive, but you'll get the, everyone saying, you look great, you look great, you look fine, well done, great job, even if it's not. And then on the flip side of the coin, no matter how well you are dressed, you'll have somebody who's in there who knows better, who's going to tell you how you're supposed to be doing it, because anything except their exact perfect definition of what they were taught when they were 2 by their great-great-grandfather will just not fly. So take some of it with a grain of salt, but specifically ask from a traditional standpoint, not looking for validation, what should I be doing here? And if you're in our group, you're generally going to get positive critiques.
Yeah, I agree. May I make one other personal rant?
Sure.
Personal rant.
We're all going to rant today.
One personal rant about ghillie brogue laces, or more to the point, pretending you have on ghillie brogues and ghillie brogue laces. Please don't do it. I've recently seen a trend of people trying to wear regular shoes, even hiking boots or walking shoes or sneakers, not sneakers, but some kind of regular shoes, but because they're wearing a kilt and they want to look traditional, taking the laces of those shoes, and instead of tying them off normally, twisting them up the ankle and tying them in a ghillie brogue style. It is not aesthetic. It looks odd. So as gently as I can possibly say, my, again, personal rant, don't do it. Don't bother. You're going to look fine with your shoes tied in the normal way if they're normal shoes. Ghillie brogues are a relatively modern invention as a throwback to a romanticized past. And if you look at older pictures, again, going back to my favorite example of the Victorians, you don't necessarily see guys wearing ghillie brogues. So if you're wearing regular shoes, do not try to pretend they're ghillie brogues. Okay? If your shoe has a tongue, don't lace the laces up your ankle. So endeth my rant.
Just to annoy you.
You've seen what I'm talking about, right?
Just to annoy you even further.
Okay.
There's a company in Scotland who sells kilt accessories wholesale.
Okay.
And they have a new style of shoe.
Uh-oh.
It is a wingtip with long laces. So that you can wear it with your kilt or with a pair of jeans or a pair of pants, and you can do both because people want to be able to have certain things, again, neither fish nor fowl, but want something to cover both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It looks garbage, but it exists.
I'll take that over ghilliators. If you're not familiar, ghilliators are Crocs that look like ghillie brogues, just in case you're wondering. Yeah. I think we should lean into that and just invent some laces which you kind of put on with Velcro. They're not actually tying the shoes at all. They're kind of like those snap bracelets that kids wear. You have these snap bracelet ghillie brogue tied, and just the knot. They're pre-tied in bows, so you don't have to even do that. You just slap them on your ankle.
Why?
And you can wear them with any shoes you want.
No, see, you're wrong. Why even go that far? Sharpie and a pair of white hose. You draw the laces right on. They won't come untied. They won't fall down. Done. Problem solved, my friend. You don't even need flashes.
You're right. You're right.
Red Sharpie down the side.
You're right. Okay. You're right. It's kind of meta. It's kind of virtual.
Oh, please shoot me.
It's
if that ever happens, shoot me. I'm done. I quit Highland Wear.
I am doing that for the Christmas party next year. I'm totally.
That is the Highland Wear equivalent of an ugly sweater party.
Yeah.
Right there. Ugly kilt hose party.
Or the T-shirt with a tuxedo printed on the T-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Or those kilt towels that we happen to sell. Those are meant to be.
That's fun shtick for the pool versus. Yeah.
Anyway,
no. Okay.
There you go.
Done.
Any more questions?